Today we're going to be taking a look at the black military Air Jordan 4. There has definitely been a lot of anticipation behind this sneaker over the past couple months, and I'm definitely excited to crack these things open and give you guys a look. And if you didn't know by now, my name is DJ, and this is the DNA Show. On this channel, I love breaking down shoes, giving you guys in-depth reviews, and especially giving you comparisons on sneakers like this when it comes to the military blue Air Jordan 4. So if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button and joining the fam. We're very close to 1 million subscribers, and you could be the next one to help get us there. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and crack this box open and see what these shoes are really talking about. Starting with the box, as you can see right here, you have an all over cement print on this shoe. This is kind of more similar to the Taupe Haze Air Jordan 4 and how they went to the presentation on that box, but this is more of the black and white vibe. You got your flight right here with the all white text and a red Jumpman on the top of the lid. This is a hinge lid, and then on the size tag it reads Air Jordan 4 retro white, black, neutral gray, size 13, just for me, and retail on these is said to be $200. Now flipping open the lid of the box, you got your all over cement print paper like we typically get, and then you got the shoe. Oh, you got the shoe. Okay, first impressions of this sneaker. Bruh. These are about to be a problem. Now, before I dive too deep into the styles, cuts, and materials of this sneaker, we got to talk about the history first. This shoe is considered to be the military black Air Jordan 4, and the reason why it got its name is because we have the military blue Air Jordan 4, which is an original colorway from 1989. We then saw a retro in 2006, which is the model that I will be using in today's comparison, just showing you the differences between the color blocking and the schemes of the shoe, because there's definitely a lot of differences when it comes to the overall shape, but we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video as well. There was also a retro in 2012, and both of those sneakers featured a Jumpman on the back of the shoes, and that's what we kind of got in the modern times when it came to the retros of the Air Jordan 4s. But because that was an OG sneaker, a lot of the sneakerheads now are anticipating seeing the Nike Air on the back of the shoe. We've heard talks of the military blue releasing with the Nike Air on the back end over the past couple years. Still yet to hear a fully confirmed date, but I know for a fact once we do get that confirmation, everybody's gonna be going after those, and I think that's partially why it drives a lot of hype behind this shoe. Again, there's gonna be other factors as to why this shoe is gonna have value to it, which we'll talk about a little bit later in the video as well. But either way, these kind of derived from that, and that's how we got this shoe right here. So let's break down the styles, cuts, materials, talk about the shape of the shoe, then I'll show you the differences between the colors, and then we'll get into numbers and opinions of what everybody else think about the shoe and all the other future predictions as well. Starting with the bottom of the foot, you have your classic Air Jordan 4 outsole. You got the Jumpman right here on the midfoot, a black panel here in a pod. You got gray on the front and back end, and then white throughout the center of the foot. Now going up to the midsole, you got kind of a white pod, rubber area around the toe and the side of the foot, gray around the front and back end where you have your stars, and then on the phylon midsole area you have a black and white tone right here, splitting that in half with the white Air unit, and then on the inside of the foot it goes all the way throughout as well with the black and the white just below that. Now taking it to the upper, oh, the upper, I'm telling you right now, just based off the feel of these materials, the suede and the leather on the top end of the shoe, the sock liner, these things right here, oh yeah, they came correct. You got a gray suede wrapping around the front end and the mudguard area, and then a premium white leather just above that on the front and side end and back end of the shoe. And I'm telling you again, man, as I feel these materials, these are like, oh my gosh, these are just way better than the Fire Red 4s that recently came out. And the shape is similar to the Fire Red 4s or the Lightning 4s or all the other 4s that we've been seeing with this old school, you know, OG cut style, new retro version type thing. So I think they're onto a really good thing so far based off of what I'm seeing, just off of materials and shape of the shoe. Yeah, like I said, Jordan brand, you guys are onto something right here. Now looking at the nets and mesh on the tongue and the side of the foot, you have an all black mesh with a white net, and that's gonna be the same thing on the tongue. And going up to the top of the tongue, you have a premium white leather folded over with a black kind of satin material on the back end of the tongue. And then on the front side, you got kind of like a silverish tone Air Jordan 4 patch on here, and then a black Jumpman with more of a silverish gray flight just below that. Now, like I was saying earlier, going to the back end of the shoe, we have a Jumpman on here. This isn't an OG colorway, so I can understand why these have a Jumpman, but I could definitely see these looking really dope with the Nike Air as well. But one thing that I can say is typically when we get retros like this, it makes sense to why we got the Jumpman. And I know the military blue did have the Jumpman as well, but that's something that we're highly anticipating seeing the Nike Air. So it could have gone either way, but with the Jumpman on the back, I'm not mad at this. I definitely think it's a nice clean hit, because either way, this shoe right here is gonna be, you could just wear these with anything. That's all I'm saying. It's a Jordan 4. Jordan 4s are popping right now, especially. People love rocking them. I've always loved rocking Jordan 4s. They always look dope. And this colorway is basically like undefeated, bro. Like, tell me what you couldn't wear this with. You know what I'm saying? Like, this literally goes with everything. So that aspect alone just makes the shoe even better. And I don't think too many people are gonna be worried about the Jumpman on the back with the Nike Air, whether vice versa, if they got it or not. So matching the black plastic tab on the back end, you got black eyelets right here on the front, on the top and the bottom. And then again, like I said earlier, you got kind of a black satin material with your Air Jordan branding stitched behind the tongue upside down like classic. And then you got like a silver kind of lining when it comes to the sock liner. And this right here, the material, this is very, very nice. This feels like a lot better than you typically get on your normal Air Jordan 4. So with that, again, this is gonna feel really nice on foot. I already know how it feels with those materials and the sock and everything. Just makes it like a really smooth fit. Definitely very comfortable. Now going to the insole, you got an all black insole with the white Jumpman, and these come standard with a pair of white laces. Now, I would kind of appreciate it if we had like a hang tag or something like that. And I have, low-key, these might look good with black laces, but the white is definitely clean on here, so I'm not mad at it. But again, you know, for 200 bucks, I know sometimes they do like to throw extra things in there, whether it may be a hang tag or some extra laces or something like that. So it would have been nice to get it, but again, I can't complain. I still like the shoe, and at the end of the day, I mean, these things are gonna be hitting way more than $200 at the retail price, so I don't think too many people are gonna be mad about that one either. Now, when it comes to comparing these two side by side with the military blues and the military blacks, everything is essentially identical when it comes to that. Now, the leather that you have on here, or the materials with the, this is kind of even more like a nubuck style compared to like a suede when it comes to the 2006 pair. But overall, when it comes to the color blocking of these two shoes, they are very, very close, very, very similar. The military blue has a black font when it comes to the Flight logo compared to the gray font on here, but I can understand why, because they did a black Jumpman and they didn't want them to kind of match and blend together. So I kind of get that when it comes to the coloring. But besides that, essentially everything is the same, and I think they did a really good job replicating the idea of the military blue colorway and giving us another iteration in the all black. Now, this shoe in particular, when it comes to the Air Jordan 4, is easily a copy and paste type sneaker. So you could take these, all the black hits on this shoe or all the blue hits on this shoe, whatever you want to call it, and you can literally make a purple version, a green version, a yellow version. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to make just an alternate version of these, a red version, you name it, all these different versions. So to me, when I think about that, I'm like, this is a shoe that could potentially lead to future releases that we may see down the line, where it's like, oh damn, they just released another one, and now you got like this whole military pack that has come out over the years or something. So I wouldn't be opposed to that. Let me know what you guys think down below. Imagine there was like a green version, a yellow version, a red version, a blue, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that'd be pretty dope. I don't know, maybe I'm tripping. Let me know what y'all think. And speaking of that, before we talk about numbers and I give you guys my opinions and everything, we gotta still carry on with you guys' opinions. So if you haven't already, make sure you follow me on IG so you can participate in the polls and see all the results here on the channel. Basically, what I asked the people, simple question: is this shoe fire or is this shoe trash? This is what they said. As you can see right here, pretty unanimous decision. Already knew everybody was gonna like this shoe. It makes complete sense. And obviously there's gonna be a couple people that don't like it or might be trolling, but at the end of the day, a lot of people are gonna like this shoe. And that's what kind of leads me to the next topic, which is the value and the pricing and everything like that. Because like I said earlier, retail on this shoe is 200 bucks, and these things are already selling for over that. Obviously the shoe hasn't came out yet, so there's always like that high price, and then it kind of simmers down a little bit. But I don't think these are gonna simmer down that much. I think they're gonna hit for, you know, maybe just above $300, somewhere around there. And then next thing you know, a couple years later, this is gonna be potentially like that Black Cat situation. Like,
oh, remember Black Cat 4s? Nobody really wanted those. Why is that shoe $700?
This could be that situation, in my eyes, in my opinion, once people get this shoe in hand and touch it and feel the materials and realize how universal this sneaker is, they're gonna be like,
bro, I need 2 pairs minimum, gotta have them.
like for me, same situation. I need 2, maybe even 3 pairs of this shoe because I could easily see myself rocking these now, years from now, and I can already imagine what the prices are gonna be like. For some reason, I feel like this is gonna be like a $500 or a $700 shoe down the line, and it's gonna be no debate. Everybody's gonna be willing to pay those prices because it's a great shoe. Like, I understand why. It's a nice shoe, very universal, and obviously I'm gassing this thing up because there's nothing to really hate about this shoe. Like, they did a really good job. So as you guys can see, I really love the sneaker. I'm excited to see what you guys think down below in the comment section. Yo, if you enjoyed this video and want to grow your collection or make extra money on the side, I built a VIP mastermind that will teach you everything that I've learned about growing my sneaker collection over the past 15 years. This will also give you access to the DNA fam in my VIP community where we talk about investing outside of sneakers. And don't worry, if you don't plan on joining the VIP community, it's okay. I also set up a private DNA fam community that gives you access to all the behind the scenes looks from the studio and multiple chances to win free sneakers and gear from weekly and monthly challenges. So all you need to do is click on the link down below in the description or the first link pinned in the comment section. That will get you set up and into the community. I'm excited to see you guys on the inside. If you want to see more reviews like this and you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 1 million subscribers, man. We got to speak it into existence. All right, y'all, I'm out.